Ever feel like, when it comes to American citizenship, there's something we're not getting, like a whole other side to it. We're diving deep today into state constitutions.
Okay.
But we're not looking at them like, just a bunch of old papers.
Right.
We're talking about them as compacts, agreements, between people and the government. We've got court documents, legal definitions, the whole shebang. And to help us break it all down, we've got our expert here with us.
Love you, be here.
This whole deep dive, it's actually because of a guy named Yizawan Krul-El.
Okay.
He's going up against both federal and state courts.
Wow.
Now, hold on. We're not picking sides here. What's really interesting is how he's thinking about this whole thing. It brings up stuff like, what power Congress has over the District of Columbia, and even the idea of having two kinds of citizenship in America.
Right.
Especially when you throw in the 14th Amendment. You ready to have your mind blown?
Let's do it.
Let's get into it.
It's easy to just kind of assume you know how being a citizen works. But when you really start digging into the whole compact thing, it really makes you go, whoa, where does that power actually come from? And what are its limits?
Exactly. And this is where Krul-El really throws a curveball into the system. He's basically like, hold up, I never said I was part of this deal. I'm indigenous, aboriginal, not a citizen of the U.S. or any state. These rules, they don't apply to me.
And to understand where he's coming from, we got to get what he means by compacts. He's not just using the word casually. He's going by specific legal definitions. He's showing how state constitutions are basically agreements between people and their government. And those agreements lay out exactly what the government can and can't do.
Okay, so it's like a contract.
We got it.
Like, okay, I'll pay taxes, follow the laws, but the government can't just go wild, right? There's got to be boundaries, like protecting my free speech, my right to a fair trial. That's the kind of stuff that's in a state constitution.
You nailed it. And this is where Krul-El's argument gets really wild. He takes this whole compact idea and uses it to basically challenge the entire legal system.
So he's saying he's totally off the grid, legally speaking.
He's saying since he's not a citizen, he's outside the contract.
No U.S. Constitution, no state laws, nothing.
Pretty much.
I bet he's got some pretty serious legal stuff to back that up.
You bet he does. Like, he'll point to documents from way back showing that at first the Constitution only saw white colonists as citizens. Then he'll bring up natural and acquired allegiance. Talking about how those only really apply to people born in the U.S.